Sauce on me. I got drip. Flood the wrist. It's homage to the.
Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Aneke. How y'all doing or whatever? How y'all doing or whatever? Hey. Hey kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. It's the girl Aneke here on Aneke Budgets. And if you're into cash stuff and budgeting, paying off debt, mind your business, and not necessarily in them 4 orders but all them 4 things, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell, child, leave your 2 cents, which is your comment, down in the comment box, and baby, give us a like because that's a W. Okay, give it a like. So without further ado, y'all can see what we are getting into. I'm about to show y'all how to make these cash envelopes that I be using in my videos, because child, I be wanting to make so much different envelopes, but the girlies is sometimes too much for your girl's budget. So I got all the tools, and if you do too, then you can get into it. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into it and teach y'all how to do this thing. So let's get into the video. Okay y'all, so these are the things that I use. I only use 4 things, child. Anybody got time to be using all of the things to make these envelopes? But I use 4 simple things, 4 not 8, 4 simple things that gets me to get these laminated cash envelopes together. The first thing is the hole puncher. I have those, you know, once you finish making the envelopes, the hole punch, of course. So I have the hole puncher. I have the laminating sheets. So I have a whole bunch of laminating sheets. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I bought this on Amazon years ago and I just still have it, and I have a whole bunch of it. So that's what that is. This I also bought on Amazon a couple years ago as well, and still have it. But this is a trimmer, and it has markers on it for what, you know, the lines are, and I think most trimmers are like this. They're all the same, child. And then I have a laminating machine, which I also got on Amazon, which I think is for like $25, and I've had this for, I want to say 3 or 4 years too. So I've had all of these for 3 or 4 years, and every time I need a new cash envelope, I can go ahead, boom, 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 and make one, y'all. So that is literally what I'm going to teach y'all how to make it in 2 seconds, so you guys don't have to be buying them all the time. You know, if you still want to support the girlies, and if you don't want to, you know, use your personal time, then go ahead and get into that. But if you're trying to save, and you know that hey, I have this family barbecue going on and I want to save for that family barbecue, and you want an envelope for it, then you can go ahead and make that. Or say your babies are graduating, like Cassie J, one of her daughters is graduating high school, right? She can go ahead and make a cash envelope for that. So you can go ahead and make it real quick, real easy. Also, I think it's SNC Budgets on Etsy, or SNC, I'll write their name, child, but they do cash envelopes. So if you are interested, child, go ahead and see them. But they're on Etsy and they make cash envelopes. So if you're interested, go ahead, support her, and do support Cassie and Cynthia on their Etsy shop. Her YouTube is I am Cassie, what is it? I am Cassie Vlogs and Videos. I don't remember what it is. Hold on, Cassie. Don't hurt me, Cassie. Love up on me a little bit. Love up on me a little bit. Hold on. It's a long, child, and I love her, but she a little long now. Let me see if I find her. Where you at, Cassie? There you go. I am Cassie J Budgets and Vlogs. That's what it is. And then Cynthia is Cynthia Budgets. So yeah, guys, that is it. But I'm gonna now show y'all the super simple 2 seconds of your time how to make these cash envelopes. Okay, so let's get into the official video. So I'm gonna move this to the side over here. I'm gonna move this right here. I'm gonna move this to the side too, because we honestly don't need that until the end. And so we're gonna start off with the laminating sheet. So I'm gonna get 2 laminating sheets. I only need 2 for this. I'm telling y'all, this doesn't take long. It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be difficult, child. But it just, you know, it just do what it do. So okay, y'all, so I moved some stuff so y'all can see what's going on. So I do have my trimmer here, and I have my laminating sheet. I'm gonna put my laminating sheet, sorry, 1 second, back it up. I'm going to take out the ruler portion of my trimmer that is here, and I'm going to open it up so that I can see the numbers that are on here, right? Then I'm going to take my laminating sheet. I'm going to put my laminating sheet right here in the trimmer. Now, because like I said, I don't need no other calculator, no nothing, no rulers, no other things, because this. Now I'm going to line up this laminating sheet with number 7 here on the trimmer, right? So once it's at number 7, I make sure it's all good. I make sure the laminating sheet is this way against the cutter, and then I will, oh, let me push this back up here. I will hold it down. I will hold, let me not push this. I will do that. I will hold this down right here, hold here, and I will cut, okay? And so now this is the first portion of the laminator that I have, right? And so this part looks like this. And so this is gonna look like how my current ones are. And how do I check if it's basically the same size? On, you can see, y'all, so right here you guys can see where it's sealed, and then you guys can see the open portion of the cash envelope, so it starts right here. So this non-sealed portion, right, so you see how this one's more at this portion right here is more see-through than this part right here where you can see my finger. We're gonna measure that against this. So if you look at it, you should still see, well, this is a little smaller too. That's crazy. This is a little smaller, but you can see that the clear portion that we had, look, the clear portion that we had for these right here are on the sides are still there, right? If you look, they're still there, while it is, girl, these are a little smaller, but that's okay. But the laminating sheets are a little smaller, but that's okay. But as you can see, like the clear sides is still on both ends of this. So there it goes. So you can see the laminating sheet on the back, and that's what we need, because that tells us that this is the cash envelope portion and that this is good, right? So we're gonna take this away. You can use this to make a bookmark or whatever, because this is just some extra pieces of laminated sheet. But you can get you a piece of paper, print, and then use the laminator, put that piece of paper in there and laminate it using this, right? So that is an option for you. Then once you have done that, then now it is time to cut your cash envelopes themselves. So for me, I prefer to cut my cash envelopes at 3.5 on here, right? Or is it this one? I think it might be this line right here. And I'm specifically talking about the Linshan one, which is on Amazon. So if you are using it, that is what it is. And I'm gonna use my emergency fund envelope just to do like a test to see if that's, yep. So that was how I cut mine, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, I'm literally teaching y'all based on how I did my cash envelope. So I wanted 3.5, which that I think is about where it's at. But I'm just gonna use this line right here, because this line is easy for me to know than for me to try and do the 3.5, which will be a little stick over here. But also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this down. I'm gonna make a straight, I'm gonna cut it right here. So when you open, there's the first line right here and then the second line. I am going to put my laminator against the first line, if I can. No, I'm gonna put it against the second line, child, because it's just an example of how I make the sheets. So I'm gonna put it against the second line first, and then I'm gonna cut. The reason why I'm cutting off this small piece right here is because I don't want this little curve part. Y'all see this little curve that that it makes? I don't know if y'all can see this, but there's a little curve right there. Yep, see, there's a little curve on this corner right here that I don't want to be a part of my envelopes. I want them to just have the little rectangular shape, okay? So now I'm gonna put it against this second to last line right here on the trimmer again. I'm gonna make sure I'm against the laminator this way, so that when I cut it, you know, there's no wiggle movement on there. Now I'm gonna close it, hold it down, hold the paper or the laminating sheet, and I'm gonna cut it down here. So this now is my cash envelope, right? This is my cash envelope right here. And so I'm gonna put this to the side because, you know, if you want to, you can do this later, but this is for teaching purposes. Now we are literally done with the trimmer. That is it. That is all. We are done with the trimmer. We're gonna put this away. The next thing to do is to get back your second laminating sheet that you have, and you put it right here, okay? And while you have this and you're about to do this and you're about to get your cash envelope together, ooh, there's so much stuff over here. You are going to go ahead and plug up your laminator. Don't fall. You're gonna plug up your laminator. Sorry. You're gonna go ahead and plug up your laminator, and you're gonna turn it on. I am going to go 3 millimeters, and mine is gonna turn on. When it's on, it just says that. When it's ready, it's gonna be green. Okay. So for this, all we're gonna do for these paper, we're gonna separate them, right? And then you see the glossy here and then the matte here. We're gonna put the glossies back to back. We're gonna put the glossy paper back to back. And we're gonna make sure this is even up as much as possible. So just try to make sure these are as even as much as possible so there's no space between them. And then, okay, and then we're gonna open, right? We're gonna open our laminating sheet that we have, and we are going to lay these down. Now I like to lay them in the middle. You can lay them however you like, but I like to lay mine, I try to make it straight, and I try to make sure that these two are still lined up. And if you want them to stay together after you let go, child, because they be moving sometime, you hold it down right here. Wait, let me make sure y'all get enough light and stuff. Make sure. Okay, you hold it down while it's in the bigger laminated sheet. You let go, and then you drop and let it roll. Okay, and then this is what it should look like for you to put it into the laminator right here. So we're just gonna wait on the laminator to get hot to do what it do, and we're gonna make sure we have things on the side. We got spaces on the side. So okay, y'all, so y'all can see that my laminator has turned green. Everybody's laminator is different. It is up to you, child. Do as you must. But I like to try and hold my sheets too on the corner, and like turn my laminator to me, but I like to hold these on the corner just so when I feed it into the laminator, it doesn't make any movement or doesn't make too much of a movement. And I try to keep these keep it as straight as possible as I put it into the laminator. And as you guys can see, boom, that is it. That is it. It's all a cash envelope. Now you can do it once. I'm gonna do it twice, child. It's up to you how you want to do yours, but I'm gonna do this twice. Okay, so now that we are done laminating, we've laminated this twice. As I said, you can laminate this once. It's completely up to you. So it's laminated twice. I turn off the laminator just for safety purposes, and then I will put this off to the side. Now we are gonna come back with our trimmer, which is this right here. We're gonna come back with our trimmer, and we are going to basically trim this up to what we want it to be. Okay, so the first thing to know, do not, I repeat, do not, you see where you can have our cash envelope portion, and you see where the outside is for this portion. Do not cut into your cash envelope, child, because once you do, baby, that's basically you wasted your time. So what you will do is you will cut around your cash envelopes. So to make this easier, I'm just gonna cut off a piece of this just to make it smaller That's it. That's the only reason I'm cutting this off, just to make it smaller. So this is our cash envelope in itself, waiting to be used. And so you can do it however you want to do it. So for me, I want a little bit, only a little bit. I want a little bit on the sides, right? So I see where the line is for my cash envelopes. Let me zoom y'all in so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Let me zoom y'all in. Okay, so if you look in here, you can see the line of basically demarcation, or whatever that line is supposed to be, where my cash envelope starts and the outer corner starts, right? So what I like to do is I like to slide mine over until I can't see my cash envelopes anymore, and that just leaves a little bit of space on there, right? I just like to slide over a little bit where I can't see my cash envelopes anymore. Once I do that, I know I have some of the plastic off, some of the plastic on the end, so I'm not cutting into my cash envelope, and then this part comes off, and then I take it out, and then boom, I have my cash envelope still intact. But I also have, let me try and use this, y'all. I'm trying to make y'all see because these are clear, child. So I have my cash envelope portion still intact, which is this right here, but I also have this plastic on the other side, which means I didn't cut into my cash envelopes, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. You do to one side, do it to the other. So again, I'm going to put my current cash envelopes on. I see where my line of demarcation is, and then I just slide until I can't see it anymore. And then I cut. And so now I have evened it out. Hold on, let me make y'all see. Now y'all can see it, and if you look on it, they basically look even, right? It basically looks even. So that is what you do, okay? Now you have two options. This portion looks like the simple, yeah, I need to get y'all black screen. Sorry. So let me zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit, y'all. This is my iPad, and the iPad case came off, but I'm using the iPad still. This is where they put like the glue or whatever to hold it, but I'm still using it because protection. So you have two options, right? You can use this side of the cash envelopes for your hole punching and then cut this side, but since this side for me has more that I can leave to cut for hole punching, I'm gonna cut this size down. So what I mean by that, the opening, which side do you want the opening on? I'm gonna put my opening on this right side with the shorter amount, simply because if I need to make my hole puncher smaller over here, then I can do that. If I don't want to, then I don't have to do that. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the same thing that I was doing when I was making those side cuts. I'm gonna find where my line of, zoom in, I'm gonna find where the line of I don't remember what the line is, but the line that shows me the cash envelope and the non-cash envelope portion. I'm gonna make sure this time I'm gonna make sure it's in the line of the slicer. This I actually want to cut open, because this is gonna be the open portion, right? So y'all, somebody texted me, but that's okay. So now I hold down and I cut down, right? And I cut that portion. Boom, it opens, you see? And this is why we don't want to cut into the cash envelopes, but see, it opens right here. And so now this is my cash envelope. Now how do I want the booty, right? Simple way for me how to get the perfect amount of hole punching section for me. Again, come back to my trimmer, and this first line right here, I make sure where my cash envelope stops is where it's at. So as you guys see, this is my cash envelope portion down here, the bottom portion before I go into my hole punching part. So I make sure that bottom portion is against that line. I close, All right, make sure it's against that line. I close and I cut. And that, y'all, is a cash envelope made. And look, boom, cash envelope made. That is how you do it. And so now the final step to completing my cash envelope, everybody does it different. This is the 6-hole puncher that I bought on Amazon, like I said, years ago. And so you have different settings of how you want to cut it, of how you want to use it. I usually, let me see how much this is. So I like to keep mine centered. So I like to pull it out, and then I like to stop at personal, right? I think that's what it is. I think it's personal is where I stop, child. Yeah, it should be personal. So I like to go, and I like to go to personal, and I like to make, or I like to just make it centered. That's really what it is. I just like to make it centered, and if that's at personal, then that's fine. But I like to make it centered, and with the sizes that I get, oh, sorry y'all, I'm out of frame. So I like to make it centered, and with the sizes that I gave y'all to use, or the instructions I gave y'all to use, it actually makes personal, when you pull this out, the perfect location for you to put it at. So you don't need to worry about anything. So you put it at personal, make sure that's lined up right there, and as you can see on both sides, I'm turning this, sorry. On both sides, once you're on personal, it has about the same amount on the edges, right? So you put it in, boom, holes, and there we go. And that is a cash envelope, y'all. And so then you just label it, and once you have labeled it, then you put it inside of your cash envelopes. Let me zoom back out a little bit. So you put it in your cash envelope, and you can use it and you can label it whatever it is that you want to label it. Now these labels you can get either off the internet, child, and see if it perfectly with the ones that I already have in there, because, oh, you see? And so yeah, I just got a new envelope that is there, and then if you put money in there, so this is a $50 bill, and look, so much space that you have. You can put the tracking sheets in there. Let me see if I have one available that I can use real quick. I don't have one. I don't have a new one available, but I have an old one. And so you can have these tracking sheets, which I bought off of Amazon, and those can go in there because those were bigger. Those are bigger than money. And so you see, everything just fits. And so yeah, guys, that is how you literally make a cash envelope. And super simple, super easy. 4 things is all I needed. I don't use a lot of stuff, and boom, bada bang, there it is. So a whole lot. I hope this was explained to y'all so y'all can understand, child. I will have the measurements up on the screen so y'all can follow, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped for all the girlies who would like to make cash envelopes and is trying to make it the simplest possible way, because I hate when I watch cash envelope videos and they don't give me exact instructions, child. And so yeah, you feel me? I like the exact instructions so that I can just be like, oh, boom, 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 oh, it's the same thing. So I hope I gave that to you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Leave your 2 cents, which is your comments, down in the comment box below. And yeah, y'all, I will see you guys on Friday for our Budget With Me cash stuffing, and I will see you guys this Sunday for our first reading of the 48 Powers of Law. 48 Laws of Power, child. I know I said it backward, but the 48 Laws of Power, because it's about to be a whole vibe. And y'all, I read 1 or 2 sentences in there, child. They were to take you out, but we're so excited to learn so much stuff. So yes, March is gonna be fire. All right, so my name is Aneke. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next video. Leave your comments. Let me know how you like this video, and yeah, see y'all on Friday. Bye.
How you won't get it? I'm out that, out of my mind. Can't even talk, can't even walk. Bad little thing.